today.
This is WMC Memphis, WMFS HD2 Bartlett, Memphis. Check out 92.9 FM or 680 AM for the biggest local sports shows like The Chris Vernon Show. Weekdays, 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. This is the Memphis Sports Network, 790 AM.
The views and opinions of the hosts or guests of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of the management or staff of Intercom Memphis.
Watch the sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me. Where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Rea. Make some time, take the family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Rea. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Rea.
Good Saturday morning. Welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Rea on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports. Now, here's your host, Larry Rea.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Rea on Sports 790, talking outdoors that we do each and every Saturday morning for 90 minutes. And this is the second Saturday of the month, which means
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody?
I call this guy the Road Warrior, RW. That's going to be you because Ron Wong, instead of Ron Wong, it's RW, it's Road Warrior.
Well,
you're everywhere.
You do what you have to do.
Yeah.
And listen, I've had a great time, Larry.
It's been a blitz, though. I mean,
yeah, and I want to make mention.
Yeah.
For everybody to go out to LROutdoors.com.
That's right. Yeah.
Because we really got a lot of brand new pictures and videos of some of the things that I've been covering.
Yes.
For Outdoors with Larry Rea.
You have been,
and it's been a lot of fun, though. Well, I have been to the FLW tour out of Florence, Alabama on Pickwick Lake.
On Pickwick Lake.
Wow.
We're going to talk about that. And then
we're going to talk about that.
And from there, you rush back to the fishing rodeo.
I came back for the TWRA Junior Fishing Rodeo.
That's right.
And congratulations to all the kids that won something.
Yep.
But more importantly, I hope that they all had a good time. And we've got some great pictures.
Yeah, we do.
That are out there from the rodeo at LROutdoors.com. And then this Saturday, or today. Today.
Well,
hey, come down.
No, you were someplace before then.
Let me see.
You went to Darrell Worley.
Oh, Darrell Worley. How can I forget?
You were back over there again.
I went back to Pickwick, Counts, Tennessee, and I covered the Darrell Worley press conference, and that was awesome. He was talking about his new Tennessee River Run.
Yes, the 13th.
Event.
13th
annual.
Coming
up, 13th annual. And they're doing some things differently this year.
Oh, really?
And I'm going to let you all know now, too.
Yeah.
That a couple of things. One is that Darrell is going to close the show. People, in the past, he's gotten a lot of big-name singers.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just been kind of a spectator and announcing who's coming on and this, that, one thing, another. And
but he's going to do it.
Now he's going to do it, right.
So you were over there on, let's see, what you over there? On Tuesday, right? Tuesday?
Yeah, and then the other thing that he's going to do.
Yeah.
A couple of things. One is they have a boat poker run out on Pickwick Lake.
Yeah.
Well, there's a fellow that has some kind of a huge yacht at Pickwick there, and I was
talking like the one
to
you
him.
got?
Well, I mean, you're talking a 70-footer that has a big platform.
Okay.
And they're thinking about anchoring out in Pickwick Lake, and Darrell's going to get on and do some singing. but he's also going to close his concert out. And the other thing is that Daryl is getting ready to start. He's already got the plans to build a wellness center.
Oh, really?
In Hardin County.
Okay.
For those of you that don't know, and I encourage everybody to, if they can in any way, to help the Daryl Worley Foundation.
Yeah, just Google Daryl Worley Foundation because his heart is there.
I have to tell you something. 7% of all of the money that is raised is going towards the administrative fees to run the foundation.
70%, you
Seven.
Which
means 93% of every dollar goes to a cause. That is unbelievable. That's unheard of in the nonprofit industry.
Yeah, you know a lot about nonprofits. So
the typical cut line is 70%.
70%? Now we're getting a phone privation in here.
Yeah, we're not sure.
I don't know what that was, but we're not taking calls today. So if
No,
you're trying to take calls, then, but anyway.
And so 93%. And so I encourage everybody, like you said, Larry, to go out to the Daryl Worley Foundation.
Yeah.
But that wellness center is being built for one reason and one reason only. Little known fact: Hardin County, Tennessee, is the ranked number one in crack and meth labs
in the state?
In the nation.
In the nation?
In the nation.
Okay.
Unbelievable. And the reason is 90% of Hardin County is rural, very rural.
Okay.
Very, very, very high poverty rate.
Yeah.
And it's not that they're cooking the meth and the crack and everything else for that area, but I mean they cook it and distribute it. So anyway, Daryl feels like that with a wellness center that they can start attacking some of that. His heart is a heart of gold. I have to tell you, at the press conference
on Tuesday,
people asked, this last Tuesday, people asked, Daryl, why do you do what you do? And why did you go to Afghanistan here just most recently?
That's right, yeah.
To entertain the troops. Before Daryl could answer, he broke down.
Did he really?
Yeah, at the press conference.
Got very emotional.
Very, very emotional. Talked about how his both sides of his family, his wife and his family, his father, grandfather had fought in a war, and he was very, very close to what the military does for our freedom and everything. And so he said he does what he does because he feels like it was a God-given talent for him to give back.
And and that hits, and as we're talking here on Outdoors with Larry Rea, and Ron Wong is with us this morning, and I know we both, I didn't serve for our country, but I'm very patriotic, and Ron, of course, served, but we just got through celebrating the 70th anniversary of Normandy.
Yes, we did.
And so, this is that time of the year that we need to reflect. We need to reflect 365 days a year.
Absolutely.
But Daryl Worley is one of those guys, and I know Ron had a great time, and to squeeze all that in.
And I got to tell you something. As we get more details about the Daryl Worley Tennessee River Run, I mean they've got a lot of great events. They're going to have a great bass tournament.
Oh, they are.
Support it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's in September, I know.
And then they're going to have, of course, several poker runs put on by Bumpus Harley Davidson.
And
then they're going to have the boat run. Of course, they're going to have the concert. But, hey, stay tuned. We're going to keep you up to date. And as the time gets closer, only on Outdoors with Larry Rea here in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah.
We're going to have some tickets for the concert
we are.
To give away. Absolutely.
All right, for the one and only Daryl Worley, and we'll probably hook up with Daryl. But, busy time. Ron's been on the road, but he did make an effort to come back to the lake out at Johnson Road Lake behind Germantown Baptist
was that
Church
not awesome?
On Saturday. We had about 200 kids out there. Ron was back in shooting pictures and stuff like that we got posted on LRL.com. And let me congratulate all the kids that participated, there were no losers out there.
Absolutely.
But what tickled me the most, the grand champion was Montana Simons. She is a sixth grader coming up at Treadwell Middle School, and she was out there with her granddad, Mike Mathenia, and he was helping her and do all that. And she won the bike and everything else. And she had a chance to win, come back up and get another prize, Montana, because she won her age division. And she came up there, and with all those prizes up there, she'd already got her bike.
She wanted a hat.
She wanted a hat because she went and had Bill Dance sign the hat.
Absolutely.
She wanted a hat for Bill Dance to sign.
And you know what? Thank you to Bill Dance for coming out.
Yes. Yeah.
And meeting with all the kids and signing all the autographs and getting his picture taken. And, of course, co-emceeing. He likes to play a lot.
Yeah, but we had a good time.
And you know what? I was so glad that you called his name out for our door prize, Bill Dance the Fourth.
Well, Bill was out there, and hey, thanks for all the volunteers from that came out and helped, Legacy Outfitter guys that came out there. Thanks to Casey and his buddy coming from Stonebridge to do our cooking for our volunteer.
I was getting ready to say, hey, thank you, Stonebridge.
Yeah, thank you, Stonebridge, and Robert Mears, and Eric Howard, and all the great gang out there for Casey and Aaron to come out and then cook for us. But the lifetime license winner, Ward Simmons of
and he wants
of Memphis.
To go hunting now.
Yeah, and he did not catch a fish. He didn't.
See,
but he won the lifetime license, which is worth $810
at his age. That's correct.
Jackie Welch from Welch Realty donates that each year. Can you imagine a kid coming out there and not catching a fish and saying, "What a bummer of a day this"? And we draw his name out, and he wins an $810 lifetime license. He doesn't have to buy a license the rest of his life.
And if you want to see these kids, both
we got pictures of them. Yeah.
Well, there's a couple of videos that are going to be coming up on LROutdoors.com also.
Yeah, well, you might see me and Dance up on the stage trying to pronounce all the names.
We got some of that on video too.
Go
out to LROutdoors.com.
It was rigged.
It was funny. That's some great video. You guys go out to LROutdoors.com and check it out. And, oh, by the way, if you have nothing to do today.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot going on
There's
today.
a lot going on here around Memphis.
Yes.
Come on out to the Tunica River Park.
All right. You tell them what's going on there, and I'll tell them what's going on someplace else.
Yeah. Tunica River Park. Come on out by about 2 o'clock, and you're going to start seeing the contestants in the Big Cat Quest tournament for catfish on the Mississippi River. They're going to start weighing in. They'll usually start about 3 o'clock, but you want to get early and watch them come in. There's going to be some huge catfish caught. And, of course, I'm going to be down
You'll be there
to take some pictures, shoot some videos just for LROutdoors.com.
And then also today, and Blake Morgan is our filling in for Ben. I don't know if, Blake, you've ever heard about the canoe and kayak race they have on the Mississippi River. This is the 33rd annual is today. Down out of comes out of the Wolf River there. There'll be there's hundreds of canoes and kayaks, all sizes and shapes. It's the oldest event of its kind, paddling the mighty Mississippi for over a third of a century. They will start today. Race starts at 10:14. That's the way they do it. 9:20, they have a contestants meeting. 10:14, the big canoes take off. At 10:15, 1 minute later, all the kayaks take off. And at 10:18, all the canoes take off. 10:20, all the big ones. And at 10:31, that's what the estimated time for the winner of the racing kayak class takes off. They've got it organized here with all these. And Joe Royer, we will hope to get Joe on this morning, but he is busy.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine so.
He's busy.
And how many are going to be out there, they think?
Oh, there'll probably be 500. I don't know. There's
wow.
There's a lot of.
It's a
they
huge
shut
number.
down the river. The barge traffic is stopped for this event.
You know what? I guess they're going to have to share the Memphis part of the river with some catfish.
Kids guys going the other way.
I can see Big Cat. James Big Cat
Patterson
running up this way.
And that's all today, and we'll have Joe Royer on next week's show from Outdoors Incorporated to kind of give us a wrap-up on that. And so a great weekend. All right, let's take our first break of the morning. As I said, Blake Morgan filling in for Ben Hogan on Outdoors with Larry Rea on Sports 790.
way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Power. Let that word sink in for a minute. You crave power. You need power. And at Barton Power Sports, we put all that power right in your hands. Barton Power Sports of Arkansas combines the power of 7 brands from 2 locations into one single company, whose sole mission is to make sure you have the ultimate power sports experience. Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Suzuki, Victory, and Argo. Each line standing on its own, but backed by the Barton Power Sports commitment to excellent service before, during, and after the sale. Barton Power Sports is open 6 days a week to accommodate your schedule. No hidden dog fees. What you see is what you get. Your deal, done your way. Now that's power. Barton Power Sports, with locations in Jonesboro and West Memphis. Go to bartonpowersports.com. The power of play.
For years, you've heard me talking about my love affair with Gaston's White River Resort near Lakeview, Arkansas. Hello, I'm Larry Ray, and in my opinion, there's no better time to visit Gaston's than in the spring. Gaston's in the spring is all about beauty. Spring offers some of the White River's best fishing opportunities to catch lunker rainbows or pole-bending browns. There's beauty in the air when a rainbow or brown takes flight with hook and mouth. Gaston's offers more than 2 miles of river frontage. The beautiful scenery along the White River is a photographer's and nature lover's dream come true. But there's more. At Gaston's, enjoying the great outdoors does not mean roughing it. Its beautiful cottages are first class, comfortable, and spotlessly clean. Some even have large redwood decks. And of course, there's the beauty of the resort's restaurant, famous not only for its food, but its location perched over the White River. As resort owner Jim Gaston likes to say, at Gaston's, it costs no more to go first class. To take my advice, make a memory, go to gastons.com or call them at 870-431-5202. Tell them Larry Ray sent you.
Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on Sports 790. Talking outdoors we do every Saturday morning, our 14th year on the air. Blake Morgan filling in for Ben Hogan as our show producer. Ron Wong sitting over there. We finally got Ron in the studio. He's getting frequent mileage. So he's been everywhere.
Piling those miles up.
From Florence to Pickwick and back and forth, and the fishing rodeo, and he's heading to the Cat Quest, and all sorts of stuff going on. Hey, but I know another guy that's he's on with us. He
burns the roads, too.
Yeah. He's on with us the second Saturday of each month also, and that's our good friend Brian Brasher from the Commercial Appeal. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, man. But don't compare my travel habits to Ron Wall.
No. Well, you live in
outdoors media.
You live in Middleton. You got to travel. Okay.
But that's essential travel.
Yeah, that's essential.
Voluntarily.
Ron is everywhere, and that's and I know that for a fact. And hey, what's going on? What can we look for coming up this week? You got any secrets you can kind of give us a tab on?
Yeah, I'm gonna write something about the terrible tick season that we're having. Everywhere I go, everybody I talk to says this is the worst season they can remember.
Did you see Bill Cooksey's picture? Did you see him?
I did.
Yeah. Well, I pulled one off of me, and I went straight to the doctor, buddy, because I was checking.
Larry, I had one day where I had to pull 13 off of myself in one day.
And just walking around your yard too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It was. They're all Lone Star ticks with the big white spot on their back, and there must have been just a bumper crop of them this year because I've never seen anything like it.
But you know what? Everybody talks about the harsh winter that we had, that it should take them down, and mosquitoes and everything else. It doesn't look like it did a thing.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Brian, you need to talk to Dr. Thomas Mather. He is the tick man of the world.
Okay.
We had him on the show back in April.
Yeah.
He's at the University of Rhode Island Center for Vector-Borne Disease in Kingston, Rhode Island. I will email you how to get in touch with him. If you don't mind.
He
is Mr. Tick, and he was saying the same thing that you just got through saying about that, that this is bad this year.
Yeah, it really is.
I thought it was just my little corner.
No.
At first, but my goodness, everybody I talk to says the same thing.
Well, you got, and you think you're prepared I thought I was when I was turkey hunting, but this one fell out of a tree on me. It was on my shoulder. Usually they go to areas I don't want them to go. This one was on my shoulder.
Man, I'm getting them grilling steaks in the backyard.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have to go turkey hunting to get one there.
That's
all
kind
over
of
the place in Middleton.
That's kind of crazy too, isn't it, Brian? I mean, if you're out grilling with the smoke and everything, you think it would bother them and would keep them away, right?
Well, and I think that's the dangerous thing about ticks is people sometimes fool themselves into believing that you have to be out in the woods turkey hunting or on a hike or whatever.
You don't. No.
You can get them anywhere. You can get them walking to the mailbox. And that's something people really need to be aware of it.
Well, I look forward to reading your report because I think I can't how many people have affected this year, and these are people that don't get in the woods that much, and particularly with all the rain that we've had, in the last 8 to 10 days. I don't care. I've been on the golf course, and you really shouldn't be in the woods too many times on the golf course, but sometimes I go in the woods.
I wonder why.
I didn't need any extra.
Where's that little ball at?
No comments or anything like that, but. I know that. How's your pond doing?
It's great. I put 50 pounds of tilapia in a couple of weeks ago, and they are great for weed control. I've got some aquatic weeds, and they're just eating machines. I've got some that weigh over 2 pounds now. And
Are you serious?
Yeah, I've added almost 300 adult bluegill now, and I've got some grass carp on the way. It's my own aquatic garden, basically. I'm having. Bill Dance always says, if you've got an acre of water, you can have a pond. You can have a great fishery, and he's right. I mean, I've got about 2 acres, and it's just been fun.
Well, now, can I bring some wax worms and catch some of those tilapia? I understand
you have to buy a
ticket.
You have to buy a ticket from him.
But you know what I want to do with Brian?
It's the Brasher Pond.
I want to go with Brian one day, and we have an invite out from Brian.
I know we do.
To go and use live bait.
I've got a 1 hour invite. You got 15 minutes.
To Wilson Dam Trail Race.
To
catch all these different fish. And
Brian,
that sounds so.
That fishing has been amazing here the last couple of weeks. A buddy of mine went last week, and he posted picture after picture. They almost try not to catch the rough species. I like catching a little bit of everything. They wanted to catch largemouth and smallmouth. And they caught, I don't know how many smallmouth in the 3 to 5 pound range.
No.
And then the largemouth mixed in with them. They had largemouth up to 6.5 pounds.
Wow.
It's better later into the year than it usually is, and I think the weather could have something to do with that. But
the surface temperature.
If you've never been over there, that's the place to go.
Well, let's try to go next week then.
Squeeze it into your schedule. You need to have a calendar. Do you have a calendar that you keep over there?
I try.
Do you even know what week it is?
I try.
Yeah.
Hey, I got room in my boat for both of y'all.
Oh, he's got
the
a
size
nice,
of us.
He's got a nice nitro, and he's ready
to go.
It'll
fit 2 little, small guys. I wouldn't say anything like that, but of course, Ron is a big guy in my eyes when it comes to that and everything.
I got 4 kids, so I know how to make it.
You do have that and everything. So, we're talking to Brian Brasher, outdoor reporter for the Commercial Appeal, and of course, Brian covers a lot of different things going on. And I know we mentioned earlier today, Brian, that the canoe and kayak race is starting today downtown, and Ron mentioned to me that there's also a catfish tournament going on.
Yeah, Big Cat Quest tournament today. Are you going to be able to make it, you think? And if not, I'll give you whatever you need.
I'm going to be there. Yeah.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you this afternoon then.
It's going to be interesting to see what they come out of. It always is when they fish the Mississippi River.
Well, the river's not as high as it has been, so,
Yeah, that's good.
And those guys are good, though.
Yeah. You never know. I mean, you could go to that weigh-in and see a 100-pound catfish. It wouldn't surprise me at all. It may not happen, but every time you go, you see the 40 and 50-pounders, and to me, it's just mesmerizing to watch those big fish come across the scale.
Well, I hope they don't pull into the mouth of the Wolf River and take out 4 or 5 canoes.
They might bring a canoe back to weigh in.
We might bring a canoe.
I think the canoes and the cat fishermen can coexist peacefully.
I think so. I think you're right, Brian.
Yeah, we're going to find out, because if anybody misses the turn there at the mouth of the Mud Island and heads down toward Tunica, trolling behind him with a 80-pound catfish.
Actually, those guys are pretty good, and I think like Brian said, there's a great opportunity right now for a 100-pound catfish to come across the stage this afternoon. It's spawning season for them, and they have. There's going to be some probably very, very big catfish. Those fishermen are just like any other competitive fisherman. They've got electronics on their boats that's unbelievable, and they use them.
Well, they better
to catch them.
Yeah, they
it's
better.
Pretty amazing.
Well, they use a number 2 hook too, right? Yeah.
You use about a 7/0.
7/0 hook is what they
Bill
do.
King was telling me that he's got a 10-inch screen on his Humminbird unit,
Yeah.
and he said if he puts his little finger up to the screen, and there's a fish, an arc the size of his little finger, he knows that's a 40 to 50, maybe even 60-pound catfish.
Right.
That's pretty amazing when you consider we used to use a flasher. That
Yeah,
told us,
absolutely.
when the line's interrupted, we know there's something down there. We
You're
don't
right.
know what it is. But,
Right.
but we've come a long way with electronics.
Well, this is a real big deal. So that's down at the Tunica River Park, about 2 p.m. a weigh-in. And, of course, our good friend Frank Barton's got his Tunica Queen dock down there pretty close to all that area and everything, so near the river park. But that's about 2 o'clock. Hey, go to the canoe and kayak race in the morning. They don't take those guys long to get around
They'll
that
be through
bend.
by noon.
They'll be through, and they'll be partying after that, and then you can head on down to Tunica. What a day to have the canoe and kayak race, 33 years, and then the Big Cat Quest down at the Tunica River Park. Well, Brian, can you hang on with us for another segment here?
I'm here.
All right, buddy, hang on. We're going to take a break, come right back. We're still going to try to hook up with my good friend Tom Stieber down at Zeke's Landing in Orange Beach. We'll try to hook up with him, too. Some more on Outdoors with Larry Rea on Sports 790.
You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Rea. What kind of legacy will we leave when our days upon this earth are gone?
Some of my fondest memories growing up were the times my dad took me hunting or fishing. Spending time with him outdoors was magic. I'm Don King for your Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, inviting you to enjoy a Tennessee outdoor adventure. Share the experience with someone you love. Whether your passion is hunting, fishing, boating, or wildlife viewing, our state has it all. Visit our website at tnwildlife.org or download our new app for your smartphone or tablet by searching TWRA on the go, and let the legacy of your outdoor adventure begin.
Our legacy.
Power. Let that word sink in for a minute. You crave power. You need power. And at Barton Power Sports, we put all that power right in your hands. Barton Power Sports of Arkansas combines the power of 7 brands from 2 locations into one single company, whose sole mission is to make sure you have the ultimate power sports experience. Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Suzuki, Victory, and Argo. Each line standing on its own, but backed by the Barton Power Sports commitment to excellent service before, during, and after the sale. Barton Power Sports is open 6 days a week to accommodate your schedule. No hidden dock fees. What you see is what you get. Your deal, done your way. Now that's power. Barton Power Sports, with locations in Jonesboro and West Memphis. Go to bartonpowersports.com. The power of play.
Now back to Outdoors with Larry Rea on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Rea on Sports 790 here in Memphis, Tennessee, our 14th year on the air. 90 minutes of outdoor programming every Saturday morning. This being the second Saturday of the month, that means that I have to bring in 2 people to help me out. Ron Wong is in with me this morning. Good morning, Ron.
Good morning, Larry. How are you? Good morning to our very special co-hosts this morning.
Yeah, Brian Brasher from the Commercial Appeal is on the line with us.
Special. All right.
Yeah, Brian, thank
Good
you
morning to you guys, too.
thank you for being with us, Brian and Ron. And you guys going to sit back and listen to this next
Absolutely.
segment with this wonderful couple from Minnesota, as I said up there, and I call them y'all, and they're familiar with that. But we've been working to try to get Pat and Nicole Reeve on with us for about 3 months, but they travel a little bit.
Just a little bit.
They travel.
How is everybody?
We are doing great, and I'm sure that you know that's Nicole and that's not Pat. So we'll make sure we get all of our lines down together. But hey, we appreciate both of y'all being on. Folks, I mentioned earlier, it's on my website, lroutdoors.com, about the wonderful book, Trophy Whitetails with Pat and Nicole Reeve, tips and tactics from the Driven Team. And
that's right.
And that right there, when I say the Driven Team, you folks realize who these folks are because of their popular show on the Outdoor Channel. But first of all, welcome to Outdoors with Larry Rea, and we'll go to Pat first. A little bit about the book, Pat. This was probably something that wasn't decided on overnight. Tell me how the book evolved.
Oh, well, you know what? If somebody asked you, Larry, to do a book, you probably should reconsider, because I didn't know what kind of work was going into this thing until I dove into it. But oh my gosh, it's been a long road to put this book together. But it's something, you know, a person would always want to do is if you have the opportunity. And we had the opportunity here about 2 years ago, I guess, is when this project really started, when F&W Media and Krause Publication came to us and said, would you be interested in doing a book? We know that you guys are popular on TV, but you got a good, background and a good storyline of how you got in the outdoors. And certainly I've been in the outdoors for over 20 years doing television and got to be around some tremendous hunters and such. And I have a plethora of photography support to tell the story. So it just kind of made sense to go out and try to do a book. And then on top of it, they said they were going to commission or hire Duncan Dolby, which is a gentleman that is an iconic figure in the writing world. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a Southern boy down there. But, Duncan and I worked together at North American Whitetail Magazine, and I, of course, did the television side of things, and he did the magazine. He was the editor, and we were just good friends. But, if anybody was going to write a book and help us out with it, I would always want Duncan to be there. Of course, Krause said they wanted Duncan to do it, so it was pretty much no-brainer.
Yeah.
And we jumped into the project about a year and a half ago and started meeting. Duncan would fly up here and spend a week at a time, and we would just, scratch out different ideas and concepts for each chapter, and finally formulated all the chapters and started gathering the material and, just chunking it into place. And basically he interviewed me and then started writing the book, and we just kept going back and forth and, refining all the points. And eventually we got it nailed down to 16 chapters. We had a page quota, it's like 235 pages long.
Yeah.
And we had so much material it was hard to actually, believe it or not, get it into the book. And they wanted mainly about whitetails. Krause was, we have lots of worldwide hunting experiences, but they really wanted to focus more on whitetails. And that's what we are known for mainly anyways, is hunting big deer.
Well, it's we're talking to Pat and Nicole Reeve about their new book, Trophy Whitetails with Pat and Nicole Reeve, Tips and Tactics from the Driven Team. And it's a wonderful book. Not only is it got 16 chapters, and of course I was blown away by the amazing albinos of Buffalo County, which it really was one of the chapters in the end, but also the photography. If you're looking for a book that's thrown together, this isn't your book, because they got some great color photography all the way through it. Because hey, you guys you've had some experiences, and I expect the next book to come out would be Nicole Reeve and the way she took down a male lion in Africa and followed it up with a brown bear in Alaska. I mean, I think this is great for whitetails, but I want to, folks, you need to, Nicole, if you read her blog, earlier this month, you were in Alaska. Tell our listeners what happened up there. I got to get on that for a second here.
Absolutely. Many, many years back, Pat and I have our own separate hunting bucket list. Where are some places that we would like to go, some animals we'd love to go after. And for me, for some reason, I am an adrenaline junkie. My husband thinks he's crazy for following me, most times. But, we did the African male lion, and a brown bear was next on my list. And I said, you know what, if we're going to go do it, I'm going to do it with my bow and arrow. I want to do a spot and stock, and that's it, you know. And so we've been planning. It's been 2 long years in the making. We actually went up to Alaska last year, hunted brown bear for 10 solid days straight. It was obviously a late winter last year, super cold up in Alaska. They hit record negative minus 20
degrees. Minus 20 degrees. Come on.
Yeah, so needless to say, the bears weren't coming out of hibernation. So, that was a long, enduring hunt, but I wasn't going to give up. This was still an animal that we wanted to work hard, we wanted to get, and I wanted to go after. So this year, I'm going out to the SCI show in Las Vegas, met an outfitter and actually a girl that's not exactly in the industry, but very well known for, her bow hunting skills.
Mm-hmm.
And she's guiding for this outfitter. So I said, what better way? 2 women, a woman guide and a woman bow hunter going after a big brown bear in Alaska.
Oh.
What gets better than that?
Yes.
So that's exactly what we did. We spent, we actually had slated off on our calendars to spend about 2.5 weeks there hunting. And long story short, on day 5 of the hunt, we ended up spotting this brown bear. We climbed up to a spotting knob every single morning and pretty much spent all day there glassing, and we could see for miles from the spotting knob and just watching the different bears travel. And it was during the rut, so the boars were just up searching for sows. And a lot of them were still super up high. Some of them we saw a couple different bears dig out of dens, so they were just coming out of hibernation, and we happened to just spot this bear down on the gravel bar, and we made a plan hoping that he would come to, this specific area, and
he did.
Sure enough, we watched him come from 100 yards. Tell me this, eye to eye with a big brown bear, watching him come in from 100 yards, and it was so funny because I just, we were doing ranges, and it was like 100, 70, 60, 35, 25, and then 23, and I said, okay, 23 steps is close enough.
That's close enough. And this, how big was this? It looks, how big was this bear?
It squared 9 foot.
Wow, 9 foot. Okay,
yeah,
that paw was unbelievable to me,
yeah.
and I can see, I know that the adrenaline is really blowing through that. When you see this,
goodness.
Yeah,
adrenaline is like. That was definitely an understatement, and everybody always asks, how did you hold it together? Were you nervous? And I'm thinking, all these things go through your mind, but when you're in the moment and you're in, you have to have the killer instinct on. You got to have,
well,
you
were there.
What can't go wrong.
Yeah,
you just have to concentrate on making that shot, and that's exactly what I did. Now, did I fall apart after the shot?
Yes.
Absolutely,
yes,
150%. I was in complete pieces after the shot. So.
Well, we're talking to Pat and Nicole Reeve, primarily about their new book, Trophy Whitetails, Tips and Tactics from the Driven Team. And I got to ask you guys also about the success of your show. It's on Tuesday nights, 8:30 p.m. on Central Time. Thursday night, Thursday afternoon, 2:30 p.m. Central Time. Friday at midnight Central Time. You guys, are you living the dream life here, Pat? I know here's a guy that I understand that you work for the Minnesota Department of Wildlife there when you cut your teeth and everything like that, and you look now and see what's happened to your life. Both of you are probably pinching yourselves, right?
Well, every day, it isn't really work. It's just,
come on now.
It's following. It's following. Following your dreams. And
absolutely, like you said, we are living the dream.
Yeah. We tell this to all young kids that we talk to in any school groups or at trade shows. You can do anything you want in your life. You can be a pro golfer or baseball player. It's just how much effort you wanna put into it. And I fortunately fell into it a little bit at the right time anyways, when TV was more in the inception and videos were just starting out way back in the day. and just met the right people and got involved that way. And now it's, of course, tremendously harder to get involved. I always tell people, the hardest part to our job is not shooting, a big brown bear or a mature whitetail on camera. It's more or less selling, advertising, and the marketing side of it. So, we have to. Our way of making a living is selling advertising on our show.
That's right.
And that's the toughest part, because I'm not a salesman. I'm a hunter and a cameraman, but I have to be a salesman in a sense too to be able to do that part of it. But it's a big business that people don't see behind the scenes. It's not always just the fun of hunting, although the hunting is what really keeps us motivated and keeps us driven. No pun intended.
Well, that's. You said you lived on mac and cheese meals there for a while. I mean, if I'm so.
Oh yeah, I've had ups and downs.
Well,
I guess we all have.
Well, I know that, and think that Nicole, a former school teacher, I didn't realize that. To see where your start is. Well, tell our folks how they can get a copy of the book, Pat or Nicole, either one. Because this is a great Father's Day gift, folks. If you're looking for that Father's Day gift or any kind of gift, tell them how they can get information about it.
Most certainly. They can go to drivenhunter.com is our website. As you stated earlier, we have a blog up as well, a bunch of different blogs that, not only for us importance of video is photography when we go on these different hunts. So our blogs are full of beautiful photography. We lay out the hunt so everybody doesn't have to wait a year to see it on Driven TV. They can kind of look at pictures, experience what we got to experience. This spring has been full of lots of adventures, so there's tons of cool blogs on there that they can see pictures and stories. And then right on our homepage, there's a banner for our new book, and we will personalize it. There's a order form there on the website, and they can simply state who they would like it personalized for, like you stated. I mean, it's an excellent Father's Day gift. The book is, like we say, I think the number one key seller to this book is it's not just full of photography and full of all the stories and different, things that we've been able to experience over the years with whitetails and being in the woods, but there's QR codes incorporated into these chapters, and there's 28 separate QR codes. So as you're reading about these different hunts in the book, you can actually scan the QR code with your smartphone, and that hunt that you're reading about will pull up automatically on your smartphone.
Amazing.
You can not only read the hunt, read about the hunt in the book, but you can watch it right there on your phone as well. So.
Amazing. I've been around a long time. I'm just amazed that I've been in journalism when it was hot type, cold type, no type. And now we can just scan the book and find it right there. Hey,
that's exactly right.
Well, we appreciate you guys taking time on this Saturday morning to be on Outdoors with Larry Rea. Nothing but success to y'all. You got a great TV show too. It's one of my tops here. And again, folks out there, check that. That's drivenhunter.com, right?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Larry, for having us, and have a great Saturday.
Thank you, Pat and Nicole. We'll talk to you down the road again. Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Fabulous.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right.
All right.
All right. There's Pat and Nicole, and I know Brian. You listen to those, and we're down here trying to. I can't get rid of the mold in my front yard. Much less think about killing the bear.
Boy, interesting folks to say the least. And how about that smartphone app? I mean, what? How cool is that to be able to be reading their book and then scan that and pull up the hunt on your phone? I say it all the time. I've got 7.5-month-old twins. I wonder what they'll see in their lifetime. I've seen,
no kidding.
Keep seeing things all the time I thought I'd never see. That's just really cool, and it's great that they take the extra step like that for their readers and their fans.
Well, I was hoping they were going to bring that up because, Ron lives in the electronic world. I just live in Ron's world. We all
live in Ron's world.
Well,
no, we don't. No,
I'm the first person to have Twitcher. I don't have Twitter. I got Twitcher. You okay with us, buddy? Can you hang on? You all right?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Rea. Come right back because it's that time that we talk a little bit more fishing, too. And Ron will like that. Take us out here, Blake.
We all like it.
Take us out here, Blake.
Way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Rea.
For years, you've heard me talking about my love affair with Gaston's White River Resort near Lakeview, Arkansas. Hello, I'm Larry Rea, and in my opinion, there's no better time to visit Gaston's than in the spring. Gaston's in the spring is all about beauty. Spring offers some of the White River's best fishing opportunities to catch lunker rainbows or pole-bending browns. There's beauty in the air when a rainbow or brown takes flight with hook and mouth. Gaston's offers more than 2 miles of river frontage. The beautiful scenery along the White River is a photographer's and nature lover's dream come true. But there's more. At Gaston's, enjoying the great outdoors does not mean roughing it. Its beautiful cottages are first class, comfortable, and spotlessly clean. Some even have large redwood decks. And of course, there's the beauty of the resort's restaurant, famous not only for its food, but its location perched over the White River. As resort owner Jim Gaston likes to say, at Gaston's, it costs no more to go first class. To take my advice, make a memory, go to Gastons.com or call them at 870-431-5202. Tell them Larry Rea sent you.
What kind of legacy will we leave when our days upon this earth are gone?
Some of my fondest memories growing up were the times my dad took me hunting or fishing. Spending time with him outdoors was magic. I'm Don King for your Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, inviting you to enjoy a Tennessee outdoor adventure. Share the experience with someone you love. Whether your passion is hunting, fishing, boating, or wildlife viewing, our state has it all. Visit our website at tnwildlife.org or download our new app for your smartphone or tablet by searching TWRA on the go, and let the legacy of your outdoor adventure begin.
Our legacy.
Now back to Outdoors with Larry Rea on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Rea on Sports 790 on this June the 14th. Brian Brasher, outdoor reporter for the Commercial Appeal. Ron Wong in studio. Brian on location in downtown Middleton, Tennessee.
That's right.
Yeah, downtown Middleton, Tennessee, my favorite county, Hardeman County, where I got lots of great memories. Got a lot of good memories coming up also on the Little Red River out of Heber Springs. I know Ron does too.
Oh, I love the place.
We love to go, and Lindsay's Resort is one of our favorite places. It is the favorite place on the Little Red River. And we got Billy Lindsay from the Lindsay family from the Lindsay Resort. Good morning, Billy.
Hey, guys. Good morning to you.
Billy, we're rained out over here. I wonder if do the trout know it's been raining?
The trout, do they not know? They don't care.
They don't care.
Fishing, guys, has been good. We've had actually we've had some periods, a little bit of periods of low water, probably due to the flooding downstream.
Gotta be, yeah.
You know, they are running water during the day. You need to make a copy of it.
They are
running some water during the day, but not just huge amounts. I mean, we kind of got it both ways right now, which is good conditions. That's the way a lot of folks like it. Get a little low water in the morning with some generation in the afternoon.
Yeah.
You can kind of vary it up and fish in different methods and producing some good fish. Still seeing a lot of slot fish caught. You know, that's a 16 to 24-inch fish.
That's a good fish.
That's good trout, you betcha.
Yeah, that's a good fish. And I know that in June, a lot of people say, well, the dog days of summer are getting ready to crank in here. I'm ready for them myself because I think when the water temperature, what do we say every week, 48, something like that, or 50? What is it over there?
It stays about between 46 and 48 degrees normally in our area, a little bit warmer further downstream, and that's consistent. And you know what? In August, when it's everybody's dog days, these trout, they're still in 48-degree water. They don't feel that. So,
right.
You know, fishing pressure tends to have a little bit of effect on them by that time, but you know, with the slow start for spring that we've had this year, I think it's just going to kind of move everything back a little bit on the calendar.
And I know that moving it back, that's okay with me because I know that all of my folks here, particularly my folks with the Mid-South fly fishers, they love that low water, and that produces great fishing for them over there. And I know that right now there's the technique. Ron knows this. He likes to throw those crankbaits and things along that line.
Jerkbaits, jigs. You know what, though?
Yeah.
I like to catch fish with whatever they're biting.
Hey, well, Ron, let me tell you, yesterday afternoon, late afternoon, had a couple of my guides there, Buddy Pate His son Hank, water was up, and they thought, well, we're going to run out for just so pretty. Got so pretty after the
storms,
rain.
Yeah.
They thought we're going to get out there and ease up on it a little bit, just see what happens. They went out there throwing some crankbaits, only out there about an hour and a half, caught 9 fish. 2 of them were in the slot, one 17-inch, one 19.5.
Wow.
And so that's kind of
sit down, Ron. Ron's
happening.
leaving. Ron's leaving. You got things to
leaving.
do now. And I know Brian Brasher's on the other end of the line from Middleton over there, and I know Brian. You know that they can catch a big fish on the Little Red, don't you?
Oh yeah, and it's funny. I grew up down Alabama way, and I talked to a lot of people who've never seen a trout, who've never caught a rainbow trout, a brown trout, whatever.
Yeah.
And there are 2 misconceptions. One is that they're impossible to catch. But
Yeah.
like Ron's talking about, I mean, you can take a little Rapala ghost minnow. Some of the most fun I've ever had is fishing the Little Red with a ghost minnow crankbait. And, and you just throw it out there and reel it back. I mean, there's nothing
Yeah,
fancy
you don't
about
do
it.
anything fancy.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
And then the other misconception is that they're hard to cook. Everybody thinks you got to bake them and do something fancy, but if you've ever had fried rainbow trout, just fried battered and fried whole, there's nothing better.
Billy,
better.
you can say that, can't you, Billy? You guys know how to cook it, don't you?
Well, you better believe it.
Well, is Lindsay busy now in the Pot of Gold restaurant?
What's the
there?
restaurant
Yeah, it's been the restaurant's open weekends now, guys. Friday, Saturday dinner, Saturday, Sunday breakfast, and holiday weekends will be open even a little extended from that, a couple more nights and an extra day or two in there for breakfast. But he is busy. A lot of folks want to bring their fish in that they catch, and when they want to eat a few of them, and they'll bring in some, and he'll fix them for them. Of course, his steaks and catfish are legendary almost.
Yeah, that's enough. Well, that's enough food talk. I mean, that's
we will be there
You know what, Ron?
soon.
Between that and the crankbait fishing, I can't believe you're not in the car already.
I am. I'm on my way, Billy.
Billy, tell them how to get in touch with you over there.
You betcha, Larry. Call us toll-free, 1-800-305-8790, or visit us on our website. You can link up with us through LR Outdoors.
That's right.
Or you can go to www.lindsay'sresort.com, and there's lots of information on there, cabin information, boat rental, guide service, all the things we do here. And just get on the phone and get a hold of us. Mid-South folks, just know that we appreciate y'all because you have always been so supportive of this area.
Yep.
And we look forward to seeing you every year.
All right, Billy. Thank you. Tell everybody hello for us, okay?
Hey, guys, you do the same. Have a great rest of the weekend.
All right, see you, Billy. Billy Lindsay, and we go from Billy Lindsay straight into Marty Marbury. And Marty, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Oh, well, Ron.
We can't be better.
We got Ron Wong in here. We got Brian Brasher, Commercial Appeal, and this is my favorite segment. I'm sorry, guys. This is it. Second Saturday of each month. This is when I let Marty just roll.
You know,
and
Brian
you know what?
and Ron, I am so sorry that I'm the favorite.
But
that's okay. That's all right.
Well, Brian Brasher, you know that we have a lot of things going on. Like today, we got the catfish thing, we got the canoe race, but Marty knows where everything's going on. What's happening,
in West
Marty?
Tennessee.
Yeah, what's going on?
Let me tell you, and I missed you guys so bad. I hated that I missed the Darryl Worley event this past week.
Ron,
where were you?
Ron was there.
I was there.
Yeah.
I know. I saw that, and my heart just broke. Because
And
I
where
had
were
to
you,
miss
Marty? I was looking for
Don't
you.
ask her where she was. She
I
was
wanted
busy.
to dance.
That's right, Larry. I was busy.
You were busy. Well, what's going on?
Let me tell you, now through September 30th, if you do not get up to Reelfoot and do one of the Reelfoot Lake Scenic boat cruises,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
you are missing out. Those guys, they have
Done
an
that.
experienced naturalist on board with you, and it is amazing. And again, all summer long, this is a new sort of event that I love talking about.
What's
It
that?
is Music on the Square in Bolivar.
Oh, Bolivar.
Every-
Okay, hear that?
in
Hear that?
Bolivar.
Did you hear that, Brian? Take
Right
your
down the
family.
road.
Take your family from Middleton up to Music on the Square in Bolivar, right?
Exactly. Every Friday night on the courthouse square, you can either sit in the amphitheater, bring your lawn chairs, and just be prepared to enjoy some of the best music around from local talent. It is amazing.
Okay.
Today in Selmer, Tennessee, it is the 6th annual Rockabilly Highway Revival.
Okay,
so
Rockabilly.
If you like that's right. If you like car shows, shopping, food, and the entertainment,
food I like.
Harry. Yeah,
I like cars too. I like cars. I've always had one. I've had one for a long time. You know it.
Well, and you should, Larry, I think yours is one of the ones that's going to be on display.
That is right. Mine's the 190,000 miles. If I can get over there, it'll be there. 'Cause I don't have one of these big super trucks like Brian does, and Ron's got that one that backs up itself. You know, so mine.
Yours is on display there at the Antique Car Show.
That's funny.
I'm the one's on display. I'm the antique. All right. What else we got?
Well, and at Selmer night they've got Montana and the Eskimo Brothers, so it is worth the drive
The
up
Eskimo
there.
Brothers.
You bet.
All right.
June 15th through the 21st.
Yep.
It is that time of year again. Just drive up to Jackson and take a look at the beauty, because it is the Miss Tennessee pageant.
Oh, yeah.
I can't miss that.
Yeah, you can't miss that, Ron. Take your camera, would you, please?
That's right.
I
Take your
can't
camera
miss
because
that.
there are some beautiful ladies on the inside and the
bet.
outside. So that is June 15th through the 21st. The crowning takes place June 21st, so don't miss it.
Okay.
June 20th at Discovery Park in Union City.
Whoa.
They are doing a concert series that is just blowing everybody out of the waters. And on the 20th, they have Travis Tritt and Corey Smith.
Woo,
So
yeah.
tickets are going fast. You need to look at that. June the 20th, so Memphis. It is Monty Python at the Holy Grail. It's showing on the big screen at the Orpheum Summer Series. And then, guys, I'm wrapping it up. July 4th activities from picnic to fireworks at Quake Lake to Rossville. There are so many.
Quake Lake. I like that.
Right.
You betcha. There are so many 4th of July patriotic activities. Grab you some water and put your tennis shoes on and take off.
Thank you, Marty. Love you, girl.
Love you guys. Have a great week.
Have a great weekend. Talk to you, Marty.
Take care.
Bye.
Okay.
There goes. She's leaving. Marty's gone, and
Yeah.
I want you to know, Brian, if you ever get a chance, get your family out there. Twins are young, but you need to go to Discovery Park America at Union City sometime.
I dropped by there last time I was up at Reelfoot.
You were just up there brim fishing.
Yeah, I know that.
And that was awesome.
You need to make a special trip up there.
You need to make it, and take Billy Bloody with you, and let him stay there for a while. He deserves to
Get
be.
Billy off the lake or out of the interior.
Yeah, that's what you need. All right, let's take a break now. Brian Brasher on the phone with us from Middleton. Ron Wong's in the building with us, and talk a little fishing at Pickwick with Clay Talley coming up, okay? We'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray on Sports 790.
You can find out all about it. George Larry Ray.
Power. Let that word sink in for a minute. You crave power. You need power. And at Barton Power Sports, we put all that power right in your hands. Barton Power Sports of Arkansas combines the power of 7 brands from 2 locations into one single company whose mission is to make sure you have the ultimate power experience. Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Suzuki, Victory, and Argo. Each line standing on its own, but backed by the Barton Power Sports commitment to excellent service before, during, and after the sale. Barton Power Sports is open 6 days a week to accommodate your schedule. No hidden dock fees. What you see is what you get. Your deal, done your way. About that power. Barton Power Sports, with locations in Jonesboro and West Memphis. Go to BartonPowersports.com. The power of play.
For years, you've heard me talking about my love affair with Gaston's White River Resort near Lakeview, Arkansas. Hello, I'm Larry Ray, and in my opinion, there's no better time to visit Gaston's in the spring. Gaston's in the spring is all about beauty. Spring often the water's best fishing opportunities to catch lunker rainbows or pole-bending browns. There's beauty in the air when a rainbow or brown takes flight with hooking. Gaston's offers more than 2 miles of river frontage. The beautiful scenery along the White River is a photographer's and nature lover's dream come true. But there's more. At Gaston's, enjoying the great outdoors does not mean roughing it. Its beautiful cottages are first class, comfortable, and spotlessly clean. Some even have large redwood decks. And of course, there's the beauty of the resort's restaurant, famously for its food, but its location perched over the White River. As resort owner Jim Gaston likes to say, it costs no more to go first class. To take my advice, make a memory, go to Gastons.com or call them at 870-431-5202. Tell them Larry Ray sent you.
WMC Memphis, WMFS HD2 Bartlett, Memphis. Go local on 92.9 FM, ESPN. Go national on ESPN 798.
Watch the sunrise, new day's dawn, and it's calling you and me, where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take the family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning. Welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Rea on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports. Now, here's your host, Larry Rea.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Rea. Man, we've breezed along. Ron Wong is in with me right now because Brian Brasher had to
good morning
step out.
again, everybody. And golly, we've covered a lot of ground and
in an hour.
Talked about a lot of different things: black bears, deer, fish.
Yeah, we have.
What's going on in West Tennessee?
Yeah.
Everything.
And we got a big event coming up June the 19th. DeSoto County Ducks Unlimited's annual event. And then I'm going to let my good friend Mike Crum tell me what's happening, because he's got the man with him. He's got the president, El Presidente,
All right,
in there with him, just to make sure Mike gets it right. We got Kevin Goodrum, DeSoto DU chapter president. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, Larry.
Hey, buddy. I know. Tell our listeners what's going on the 19th.
Well, we've got a big party fixing to happen. We have our waterfowl hunter party that we're going to have, and it's going to be at Southern Thunder, Harley Davidson, on Church Road at Interstate 55 down in South Haven. It's going to be a big event. Our doors are going to open around 7 p.m. that evening, and we'll be there till 10. We're going to have food and drink and have a lot of giveaways and auctions and just a whole lot of fun, a lot of camaraderie with all the duck hunting folks and the Harley Davidson folks.
And Kevin, I know Ducks Unlimited knows how to throw a party, right?
We sure do. I tell you, we've done a real good job this year getting some of those good toys that every waterfowler needs to start the year out, and everything from decoys to Yeti coolers to I think we've got about 4 or 5 guns that we're going to actually be auctioning off as well. And for all the fun ones, we've even got a Margaritaville drink mixer.
Oh, my goodness. So you got everything set up out there. And Mike sent me some of this, some of the list, he says. And the very last, save this one for me, I want the DU toaster. I mean,
No, that thing is funny. It actually imprints the DU logo on your toast.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. It's fantastic.
Well, I thought Mike just snuck that in there just to make sure I read the list.
Well, Larry, Ron Wong needs to show up down there and get one of those toasters.
Hey, I'm going to do it, Mike.
Yeah, he's going to. Anytime you can do that. But tell Mike what are some other things that are on the list there, because you got some.
I'll let Kevin go through some of the stuff on the list here.
Yeah, you got the wall clock, Kevin.
Yeah, it's actually a large clock that you can put inside, and I tell you, it's really, really nice. We've got a 6-piece waterfowler set that comes with a blind chair and gun bags and blind bags and all of that. And then I tell you the one that is my personal favorite. There's a 3-gallon tailgate jug.
I see that. Yeah, a 3-gallon DU tailgate jug.
I think they took it off the premise of one of those little mini kegs, but it's great for when you're out there, fixing up your blind or going to the tailgate during the fall. It's really nice.
Well, I know that TriStar Raptor 12-gauge semi-auto shotgun, Mike's not a bad deal either, is it, Mike?
No, that's a great gun too. I'm telling you, if you saw Buck's latest DVD, the Foul Play 7,
yes,
I had on a pair of those glasses that was filming, where that would actually film, and a lot of those shots are made with one of those very guns that's in that Foul Play 7. That gun never failed me up in Canada. It did great.
Well, if it ever failed you, it's got a chance with me then, I guess. So
yeah, as hard as I am on equipment.
I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it. It came out the wrong way, Mike. I'm sorry and everything. But I know, Kevin, this is why do y'all do this?
Well, one of the big things for this is actually a recruitment party for volunteers. Every year we try to bring more people into the DU world and help the Ducks out even more. And this is actually a prep for our major dinner that happens in October. So we've expanded, and we actually doubled in size from the year over year of last year. And
wow, okay.
We ran out of room at our last event, so we've got a little bigger venue this year, and we're going to need some more hands to help us.
All right, so you're looking for volunteers then, huh?
Hey, always looking for volunteers.
Well, I know that. Then give them the time again, Mike, everything, and where?
It's going to be Thursday, this coming Thursday. Not this coming Thursday, it's Thursday the 19th, I'm sorry.
Thursday. Yeah, it is this Thursday the 19th coming up.
And that's at Southern Thunder, Harley-Davidson, at Church Road and Interstate 55. And we'll open at 7 p.m., and we'll be there till probably around 10.
Around 10. Okay, folks, is there a number to call, information or anything?
You can go to ducks.org and
yes, you sure can. Yeah.
Buy your ticket online, and I would definitely suggest that. The last event we had, we sold out.
Wow.
Before the doors even opened. So
wow.
If you're one of those late arrival people, you might need to change your process.
That's right. And you can go to lroutdoors.com. We've got it posted on there too, Mike, for you guys and everything. And we'll be talking about. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Mike Crum, for being with us this morning, buddies. And y'all have a great one next week, okay?
Thank you a whole lot. You and Ron, take care.
All right,
we appreciate it.
We'll see y'all. All right.
All right.
All right. Let's take a break. Right now, we're going to come back, and we have a special guest on Outdoors with Larry Rea.
Absolutely.
One of the legends coming up on Outdoors with Larry Rea on Sports 790.
You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Rea. What kind of legacy will we leave when our days upon this earth are gone?
Some of my fondest memories growing up were the times my dad took me hunting or fishing. Spending time with him outdoors was magic. I'm Don King for your Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, inviting you to enjoy a Tennessee outdoor adventure. Share the experience with someone you love. Whether your passion is hunting, fishing, boating, or wildlife viewing, our state has it all. Visit our website at tnwildlife.org or download our new app for your smartphone or tablet by searching TWRA on the go, and let the legacy of your outdoor adventure begin.
Our legacy.
Power. Let that word sink in for a minute. You crave power. You need power. And at Barton Power Sports, we put all that power right in your hands. Barton Power Sports of Arkansas combines the power of 7 brands from 2 locations into one single company, whose sole mission is to make sure you have the ultimate power sports experience. Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Suzuki, Victory, and Argo. Each line standing on its own, but backed by the Barton Power Sports commitment to excellent service before, during, and after the sale. Barton Power Sports is open 6 days a week to accommodate your schedule. No hidden dock fees. What you see is what you get. Your deal, done your way. Now that's power. Barton Power Sports, with locations in Jonesboro and West Memphis. Go to bartonpowersports.com. The power of play.
Now back to Outdoors with Larry Rea on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Rea on Sports 790. Blake Morgan is our show producer, filling in for Ben Hogan. Ron Wong is with us, this being the second Saturday of the month. And
good morning, everybody. And it's a great Saturday morning. We got a lot going on around Memphis, Tennessee.
And you're heading down to Tunica, where this guy's coming on with us right now. It is
he's
down there.
He's probably on the water, and I hope he's catching them good.
But we're not going to talk really about fishing with him because we don't get any secrets away from him a little bit. But
yeah,
hey, that's our good friend Bill Dance. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Ronnie. Good morning, Larry. How you two doing this morning?
He didn't call me Henry Reynolds Jr.
As well as he should.
He almost called. He was thinking about it. He was thinking about it. But hey, Bill. First of all, thank you for being out at the fishing rodeo last Saturday. Kids had a great time. Me and you have a great time pronouncing the names. I know it's a setup now. They hand me the names, and then you hand them to me after you can't pronounce them. So, but. It's become kind of like a Laurel and Hardy act up there. So,
didn't we have a good time? Well, I'll tell you what surprised me, the number of fish that were caught and the number of kids that we had out there. It was a good event. We had good weather. Mother Nature blessed us with good weather for a change. And, I mean, we had a good crowd. And the number, like I said, the number of fish caught, everybody caught a bunch of fish. And the good thing, everybody got a prize.
Everybody got a prize. And, Bill, one kid that I know of did not catch a fish. But you know what? That's the kid that won the lifetime hunting and fishing license worth $810. That little kid he didn't have any idea.
That's a great deal.
I talked to his dad earlier this week, and he said, well, he didn't know exactly what the boy didn't know that he had won. Ward Simmons was his name, the little kid, and he said, but his dad knew what he'd won, and so
he made a good catch. So I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he got the good catch, and Bill, I know that. You're a person that awards are awards, but we got to talk about this one from the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, the distinguished. What is it?
It's the Bill's going to be the guest of honor at a kickoff event for the AutoZone Liberty Bowl Golf Classic, which benefits St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and he's going to receive the prestigious recognition of a Distinguished Citizens Award that's given out each year. Now, I mean, the list of all-stars that are on there and dignitaries is pretty amazing. You're talking about the Danny Thomases of the world, Fred Smith, Darrell Waltrip. I can go on and on and on. And we are so happy at the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, and I sit on the board with them to be able to honor Bill.
On June the 29th at the Hilton. At the Hilton Hotel. And Bill, I know this is pretty a special award, isn't it?
Well, it really is. You know, I was both surprised and very honored to receive this tremendous award, and to see my name up there with many notable people who have received it, before me, like Ronnie said. Many Memphians like Fred Smith, Pitt Hyde, Elvis Presley, Billy Donovan, Kevin Wilson. It just makes it even more special, and it's especially rewarding to me because of the tremendous underlying support provided to St. Jude for the many needy children who receive treatment there. So it's really, really, really a tremendous award to receive, and I've received several meaningful rewards, like the IGFA award and the National Congress Water Safety Award that was presented to Jacques Cousteau and Lloyd Bridges. But this one and like I say, the IGFA award that Ernest Hemingway and Ted Williams received. But to receive this by your hometown peers, it's just something really, really special. And when Bill Donovan called me and said, I was in Florida, we were down there shooting one of our saltwater shows, he said, I want to ask you something. And he said, you've been nominated to receive this special award. Would you be willing to accept it? And I said, what are you talking about? I said, my goodness, Bill.
You didn't ask Diane for the vote or anything like that, huh?
I said, listen, I'm just a simple television person from Tennessee, and boy, to be fortunate enough to be honored to accept this award. Boy, I'll tell you what.
Well, I will tell you, Bill, it's you're very deserving.
Yeah, well, thank you very
much. And for a lot
Freddie.
of people know that. And
well, we were just happy to have. I know he's already working on his notes right now. I saw some paper hanging out of his pockets.
Notes.
You know,
not Bill.
Oh, Bill will have notes for this.
Well, I've got so much to say and so many people to thank, and I just made notes to prove to everybody I could read. So,
and you're right. That's the problem.
And by the way, this event
it's open to the public.
June 29th, open to the public. And there are tables available.
Yes.
And all you have to do is call the AutoZone Liberty Bowl office.
I think it's on the very end of that press release right there I handed you. Check on that last page.
That's real simple.
Yeah.
Just call 901-795-7700. That's the AutoZone Liberty Bowl office. And there are a lot of there are tables left, and come on.
But there won't be many.
No,
there won't be many
at all.
I mean, they're all going to be.
And there'll be entertainment out there that night.
They're showing Bill Dance bloopers.
Yes, they are.
That's the
entertainment.
That's
the entertainment. That's not me.
No, me and Dance are singing.
And
we're going to sing together.
Right.
Yeah, Jackson.
And there'll be a live auction, silent auction items. Great fun. And to be able to honor a great person, it'll be a great night.
He's not playing in the golf tournament the next day, is he?
Can you use his fishing pole?
I tell you what, I just left a golf tournament, a pro-am event.
You sure did. And I wanted to ask you about Legends of the Golf. You had a grand time up there too, didn't you?
Oh, it was fabulous. I tell you what. Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus,
wow.
and
wow.
Tom Watson designed this new course for Johnny Morris up at Branson and up at Cedar,
Cedar Lodge.
Yeah, right.
Cedar Lodge.
And it was absolute. The Golf Channel covered it, and we went up. A bunch of us went up. Kevin Van Dam, Mark Zona.
Were you on the golf?
A lot of the guys, and we fished with a lot of the celebrities up there.
Oh, that's fun, but they're on Table Rock Lake.
Yeah,
were you on the Golf Channel? Did they interview you on the Golf Channel?
Yeah.
Can you believe that? Is that not a first?
Yeah, it was. Richard Childers, and some of the NASCAR guys.
Yeah.
And, Kevin and I were on the Golf Channel. That was like pouring perfume on a pig. But
did they ask you what your golf handicap is?
I told them I played one round of golf, and it took me 4 times to knock it off that little stick. When I hit it, I hit it. Honest to goodness, the ball went within one shot. I hit it, and it went within 6 inches of the hole in one shot. And it took me 11 shots to get it in the hole. And that was, and I told them the only reason they named it golf is because they used up all the other 4-letter words.
Well, Bill, buddy, we appreciate you being with us this morning. Great success down there today on the river.
Wish you luck for the rest of the day, and I'll see you later.
Ron will be down there representing LR.
We'll look forward to seeing him this afternoon. I hope I've got a limit of catfish to weigh in this afternoon.
You'll
We're
have
floating down the river and trying to catch some catfish. So we look forward to seeing you this afternoon, Ronnie.
All right, buddy. We appreciate you. All right. Y'all have a good day. All right.
Okay. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you later.
We'll see you. Bye.
Bye, buddy.
Bye. Bill Dance is only Bill Dance can be a great honor, and I know that Ron, you being on the board, I'm not going to say anything, but it's well deserving for Bill to get that award.
He's a special
My wife
person.
and myself are looking forward.
You guys
to
will be there.
We're going to be there, and I know Brad Carson is going to be here from from the station, and we're going to be there on June the 29th, and I'm going to play in that golf tournament the next day. I'll try to do as good as Bill did in his one time.
Yeah, and I think Brad's going to be playing in it also.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Let me tell you about next week's show, because Ron's going to come in and take some video, because we're going to have.
I'm just going to be here in spirit and physically.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Because we're going to have Don King. He is the information chief of Information Education Division of the TWRA. He is the man who wrote and sings the theme song to Outdoors with Larry Ray.
And we're going to videotape this. And
he's going to bring his guitar. We're going to sing.
LROutdoors.com.
We're going to be singing for about 30 minutes, and we're going to try to hook up with Claggett Talley and Tom Stieber on next week's show, since we didn't get him on this week's show, and talk to Joe Royer about what happened at the canoe and kayak race. But I know Ron's heading down to Tunica today for the Cat Quest
Big Cat Quest tournament.
Cat Quest tournament.
Which our friend who we just talked to, Bill Dancy's fishing.
James Patterson will be down there. Phil King, I'm sure, will be down there.
Yeah, Phil King. All of the great Larry Muse and just a whole host of people will be down there. George Young. I could go on and on and on.
And Ron Walt will be there too. So thank you, Ron, for being with us. All right, Blake Morgan, thank you. Wasn't too bad, was it? We survived and everything like that. This is Larry Ray reminding you I do each and every week that it doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport, and God bless the USA.
You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
For years, you've heard me talking about my love affair with Gaston's White River Resort near Lakeview, Arkansas. Hello, I'm Larry Ray, and in my opinion, there's no better time to visit Gaston's than in the spring. Gaston's in the spring is all about beauty. Spring offers some of the White River's best fishing opportunities to catch lunker rainbows or pole-bending browns. There's beauty in the air when a rainbow or brown takes flight with hook and mouth. Gaston's offers more than 2 miles of river frontage. The beautiful scenery along the White River is a photographer's and nature lover's dream come true. But there's more. At Gaston's, enjoying the great outdoors does not mean roughing it. Its beautiful cottages are first class, comfortable, and spotlessly clean. Some even have large redwood decks. And of course, there's the beauty of the resort's restaurant, famous not only for its food, but its location perched over the White River. As resort owner Jim Gaston likes to say, at Gaston's, it costs no more to go first class. To take my advice, make a memory, go to Gastons.com or call them at 870-431-5202. Tell them Larry Ray sent you.
What kind of legacy will we leave when our days upon this earth are gone?
Some of my fondest memories growing up were the times my dad took me hunting or fishing. Spending time with him outdoors was magic. I'm Don King for your Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, inviting you to enjoy a Tennessee outdoor adventure. Share the experience with someone you love. Whether your passion is hunting, fishing, boating, or wildlife viewing, our state has it all. Visit our website at tnwildlife.org or download our new app for your smartphone or tablet by searching TWRA on the go, and let the legacy of your outdoor adventure begin.
Our legacy